Good morning, everybody. Okay, welcome to Sarah's Kitchen. We are gonna make our famous coffee cake, and I'm gonna just spray my pan right now just to get it ready because it's gonna move quickly, and then I don't wanna be slowed down for that. How are you? Hope you're all having a great day. So this coffee cake is so yummy, so simple. I play around with my ingredients a lot. I'm gonna start with half a stick, half a cup. Well, it is a half a stick of those big sticks, but it's half a cup of butter in my stand mixer. You guys know I love my KitchenAid. If you don't have one, don't worry about it. You can use the handheld, but as I always say, if you're a baker, if you're baking at least even once a week, it's so worth the price. For the convenience it gives you. It's just, I have 2 of them. As a matter of fact, I have 3 of them, but I can't pull out the other one. My husband will kill me because I have no counter space left anymore. All right, so 1 stick of butter, half a cup of butter, or 113 grams of butter. My butter is barely room temperature. I can't leave it out too much. We're not there yet. It's still really warm in LA, so if I leave it out too long, it'll become really soft. So half a stick of butter, and yes, let's plug in my stand mixer, and you're gonna sand that. I know I've talked about that with you guys so many times. You're gonna sand the butter, which means, make sure you lock it, you're gonna sand the butter with 1 cup of sugar. You may use brown sugar if you want right now. In this recipe, it's absolutely fine. I put it in here because it was the end of my sugar and I want to make sure I had enough. And here we go, 1 cup of sugar. Don't put more because you are gonna put sugar for the topping. And today I'm trying something really fun and different for the topping. 1 cup of sugar, and just add it to the butter and kind of let it go. It'll do its thing. And that'll just be happy. Okay, so here are the ingredients. You need 1 stick of butter, which is half a cup of butter, which is 113 grams of butter. Preferably room temperature or just barely soft. 1 cup of sugar, 2 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I will have all of that for you. Pinch of salt, 3 eggs. Okay, now here's where it gets fun. I have 1½ cups of the following: sour cream, yogurt if you want. If you're low on something, you can play around with it. So today, I do have yogurt, but I'm gonna do 1 cup of yogurt, and I'm going to do half a cup of ricotta cheese. Yum. Play around. No rules. Play around with your ingredients in the kitchen and get your kids to try new things and get their feedback, your kids, your family, your loved ones. Ask them, how was that different? How did you like it? Oh, you prefer that one? Well, that one I had more of this in there. For the topping, I always do walnuts, brown sugar, and flour. Today I'm gonna do cinnamon, I'm gonna do sliced almonds, and I have these snickerdoodle cookies that I'm going to use instead of brown sugar. It'll be so fun. And what'll happen is your home will fill up with a different scent. They'll come home and say, oh, what did you make? My boys are gonna get home early today. They're gonna walk into the kitchen. The cake is ready. They're just gonna be all over it. It's gonna be so good. And they will enjoy it, and you will enjoy it. Your cake should be different. Always play with your ingredients. So that's sanded already. Look at that. I just want to show you guys what that means. I'm very visual, and I think that's why YouTube is so successful, because people that are visual can kind of get an idea of what it is you're saying. That's sanded, it just becomes soft, and look how white it becomes. Now, if you were using brown sugar, it would become a little bit more cream looking. There you go. So that's sanded. Cream, butter, and sugar. All right, then we're gonna add our eggs. I have my homegrown eggs, my home chicken eggs from my own, not chickens, hens, gallinas, right? These are the eggs that I use. If you know me a little bit more intimately, you know that I love my girls. All right, one egg at a time, and we're gonna mix it because we want the proteins in the egg yolk and the sugar and butter become happy together. Also, you don't wanna mix it too much once the flour goes in there. So give it time, let it get in there and get blended really well. And I forgot, I always forget, I'm gonna go get my vanilla. I love to bake with vanilla or almond liqueur. My kids don't like almond liqueur. The other thing I love to bake with is my rose water. That is my utmost favorite. And I'm sneaking it in, I'm still here. Good vanilla, I get it from Costco. It's pure vanilla, it's expensive, but it goes a long way. All right, that egg is blended perfectly. Señora, por favor, yo quiero mi de machine. Yo preparo de comida para niños temprano. Sí. Para ¿ahí pone? Sí. Yo le quito. Thank you. Yeah. No, you lo saco. Thank you. So I'm going to use my Ninja to ground up my snickerdoodle cookies for the topping, but that's going to be later. All right, so I'm mixing one egg at a time. Then all you're going to do is add the dry ingredients. So while that's mixing, one more egg I have, I'm going to scrape down my spatula because some of that butter is sticking to this, right? Both sides. Oh, one day I'm going to do a YouTube video on that fruit basket, I called it. Fruit basket I made for Miss Jenner. Oh my gosh, that was so good. The kids were all over it. They wouldn't let me assemble. I couldn't assemble fast enough to get out of the house so I could take it to Chris. It was like, Mommy, I want more. It's so much fun. They enjoy my baking, especially when I try new things. Always try new recipes, new things, new ingredients in your food. I can't encourage that enough. I'm such a foodie. You know, I talk to people, my friends. We always talk about food. My girlfriend, just a simple conversation. Hi, how are you? What'd you do last night? La-di-da-di-da. And she's like, oh, I made this X, Y, and Z. Oh, that sounds yummy. How'd you make it? And then she'll tell me what she did for dinner, and I will take that and I'll put my own twist on it. You know, say she said I chopped 20 tomatoes over it and I know my kids don't like tomato. I don't not make that dish. I evolve it, I make it my own. And that I cannot encourage enough for you guys to do. Whatever recipe, whoever recipes you find, if something about it doesn't work with you, you can evolve the recipe to your liking. I promise you. So I'm gonna put 1 tablespoon of baking powder in my dry ingredient, in my flour. And I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of baking soda. Baking soda is gonna love the yogurt you have in there. So it's gonna work so well with the yogurt. 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, 1 pinch of salt. I use kosher salt. We're gonna put 1 tablespoon of vanilla. I love vanilla. I don't measure it because I'm not a kook. If it's a little bit more, everyone's happy. Now we're gonna mix up the dry with the wet. And don't forget our wet, I'm doing ricotta. You know what? You can do 1 cup of ricotta. I have also cream cheese that I was thinking of doing, but then I saw the cream cheese has a longer shelf life and this one's gonna expire sooner. So I thought, nope, I'm gonna use up my ricotta. Just feel free, no rules in your kitchen. Do what you like, cook. You're not in a 3-star Michelin restaurant. It's your loved ones. They're gonna enjoy it. This has, oh my God, look at this. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is so creamy. This ricotta I got, it says on it, it's different, made with 3 simple ingredients. That's all that's in here. I'm so picky. If you guys know me by now, you've seen my YouTube videos, which I'm starting to build up. I'm more on Instagram. I do more Instagram lives. You know that I'm all about reading packages, reading ingredients, seeing what kind of food we're living through. We're eating, we're consuming, we're feeding our loved ones. All right, so here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna mix this up. I keep glancing my counter. This is the best way to bake because this way you won't forget anything. So I'm gonna put my flour a little bit at a time. Flour you do not wanna over mix because it makes your cake hard and dry. So I'm gonna go half of the flour and I'm gonna put the yogurt. Right, half of the yogurt, or a little bit more than half. And then I'm gonna mix it. And it'll fly around a little. That's fine, don't stress it. That's it. It's gonna come out to like a thick batter. That's the rest of it. Now we're gonna scoop out all the yogurt. This is Greek yogurt, it's not sweet. You could use vanilla flavored yogurt, sweetened yogurt if you want. Just kind of play around with your sugar input. I don't put too much sugar in it, I said to you guys, because on topping, I'm gonna have sugar. Coffee cake growing up was my weakness at school. I would get coffee cake, and you know, Persian girl, all we do is drink tea. So at school, I would ask for, when I say school, I mean in middle school, it was always coffee cake. In high school, it was always coffee cake when they had it. And at school, I wouldn't have coffee or tea, I couldn't. But it was always milk. I'm such a big milk person. I love my dairy, love my dairy. And as I'm getting older, I can't really take it that much, but part of life. That's it, that's it. I just want to tell you guys, it took 14 minutes and I think about 5 minutes of it, I was talking. This was doing its thing. That's it, my coffee cake batter is ready. This batter can be used for any cake. It doesn't have to be coffee cake. This cake is gonna come out so fluffy, so spectacular. Oh my goodness. Now for the topping, I'm gonna put this, today I'm gonna put it in my rectangular pan because I wanna cut them into little cubes. And I hate to waste. This is all really good ingredients, especially my eggs are in there. There's my coffee cake. Pop it out. And you just kind of fold, just so the bowl is scraped. Look how fluffy that is. It's so good. So yum. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I sprayed it, okay? You can use butter. I have been using this pan baking made with flour. I know it's not my healthiest choice, but it has 0 saturated fat, no sodium, no sugar. It does have a whole other bunch of nonsense that it shouldn't have, but it helps me when I'm in a hurry. A lot of times I do just do butter in the bottom. Now look at the bottom. You gotta scrape it out, pop it in your pan. Here we go. Now don't forget, if you like my videos and my methods and my way of life, hit the subscribe button so you get notified when I post something. If you like it, give me thumbs up. I actually do care about those. You have questions, feel free to email me. Follow me on Instagram, which is probably more my main page. What I do is on Instagram. I'm just new to YouTube, and I'm honestly putting it out here because so many of you ask for my recipes, and it's easier to put it here. I do the live and it just does its thing. Look at, I'm just gonna scoot it out. Okay. Oh my God, this is so good. I can't wait. I have a big wedding tomorrow. It's my niece's wedding. So I have been carb free for the entire week. I'm torturing myself, but because I keep baking, I lied. I haven't been carb free, but I've been really careful with how much carb I'm taking in. So I'm dying for this to come out of the oven for me to taste it. I can't wait for this wedding to be over so I can get back to those 5 pounds that I've needed to lose. You know, having 3 kids and being my age, the minute you eat, your belly just bulges out. And I'm so stubborn. And you know, mind you, on a budget, I don't want to be buying new clothes all the time for every party and wedding I go to. So I need to make sure I fit into my clothes. You know, 3 kids in school is not cheap. All right, so now I'm gonna do the topping. But I'm gonna put it in the oven. I'm gonna make the topping. In about 15 minutes, I'm gonna add the topping to the cake. You could add it now, but remember, I'm gonna crush these snickerdoodle cookies with the sliced almonds, and I'm gonna add some cinnamon to it and then add it on top. Yum. I'm gonna add some butter to that too. Let me stick this to the oven and come back and show you guys what I mean with the top. So 350, the oven has been warm and ready. Make sure it's 350 so you don't burn the bottom of the cake. Okay, so now let's move on to the topping. My method in my kitchen has to be my recipes, my cooking everyone's has to agree with your lifestyle, okay? I'm a mom of 3. I have 2 boys in high school. My life is go, go, go. I have my daughter's in 4th grade. She is in every dance, theater, singing, acting class you can imagine, in addition to getting auditions that we constantly flake on because she has no time and they're an hour away from me to go and get her to the audition, and then nothing comes of it, and it's like, why are we doing this with ourselves? So my point is, your life, your cooking, your rules at your home and your kitchen need to be coherent with your life and your style. Otherwise, you won't get in the kitchen and cook. That's my motto. That's what works for me. So my life has to be where if I want to bake something and I open my cupboard and I don't have something, I don't have time to run out and get it. No, I need to figure out a way to make it happen with the ingredients I have. So now we're gonna use snickerdoodles. There goes the phone. And we're using snickerdoodles because I thought, why not? I have them, I use them for this other recipe and they're yummy. And my phone's gonna keep going. And it's probably just a marketing call. So 1, 2, 3, 4, that's gonna be about 1 cup of ground up snickerdoodles. All right. And to this, I'm going to add my almonds. My daughter and my oldest son will eat these. Even if they see almonds, they're fine. My middle son will not. That's half a cup of almonds. Let's add more. That never hurt anyone. 2/3 of a cup of almond slithers. And then we're gonna add 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, but I can't get in there with that, so I will eye it for you guys. We love cinnamon. And now this doesn't need any brown sugar or anything because the cookie is gonna be like it's so sweet, it's going to go in place of the sugar. There's my bulletproof coffee. However, I am gonna add some butter to it just to get it moist. And as I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna add some butter to it. I think I'm gonna add some avocado oil. Why not? Let's make it a little bit. I can also add ghee to it. But here we go. Here's my avocado oil. 2 tablespoons of avocado oil, which is the same as 2 tablespoons of butter, or if you have ghee. I love my Ninja, And I need to plug it in. That always helps to get things working around here. So this is a real kitchen. We are really cooking in here. And this is a real home. Oh my God. And I don't want it too soft, too smooth, too blended, too ground up. Oh. God, I'm a genius. I seriously am. Look at that. Now, be careful with that blade in there. I have stuck my finger in there before to take out breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese. Oh, it is so sharp. There goes my glasses. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is my favorite thing now. Seriously, that topping, the cinnamon, the snickerdoodle, the almonds. It's so good, I can't even tell you guys. I'm gonna pour this over the cake in about 5 minutes. And I'm just gonna let it sit. I might take my fork and just kind of poke a couple of holes so the cinnamon oozes in there. But I don't like to put this, I don't put a layer in the middle because my son Nicholas likes to scrape it off if it's too much. If you like, you can layer it in the middle and put a lighter topping on top. That's up to you. You have all those options. It's your own kitchen. Make the recipe yours. Thank you for watching. My videos are short. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions, email me, or you can follow me on Instagram in Sarah's Kitchen and DM me or comment me whatever you want, I'm available. I will answer your questions. Have a great day. Happy fall. I love this season. Thank you for watching. And remember, it's your kitchen, no rules. Do whatever works for you. Cheers.